Well, we all know the first rule of real estate: location, location, location. But maybe you want to avoid a house on the beach and avoid storm surge during hurricane season.
So maybe you're thinking of something more inland for that dream home. Well, think again. One team of researchers says that thousands of houses right here on the First Coast could be uninhabitable within the next 30 years.
And it's all because of the potential risk for more frequent flooding along the intracoastal, the St. Johns River, and countless smaller creeks. A new report says that as sea level rise, property values will sink, and it's no surprise that Florida stands to lose the most.
So First Coast News reporter Lana Harris is live tonight in San Marco with a closer look at this report. Lana?
Yeah, and you know, if you were here in San Marco during Irma, then you know the hurricane hit hard and it devastated the area. But this report by the Unit of Concerned Scientists says that those long-term economic impacts could be equally as hard to take.
The study matched sea level projections with real estate values from the website Zillow and found more than 300,000 U.S. homes will see chronic flooding within the next 30 years. In Florida alone, 64,000 homes are expected to experience chronic flooding by the year 2045. 471 homes will face daily inundation in Jacksonville Beach and 292 homes in St. Augustine. But by the year 2100, that number jumps. 1,500 homes in Jacks Beach, 6,600 homes in St. Augustine, and more than 5,100 homes in Ponte Vedra. 34% of that community's homes. By the year 2100, the report projects flooding will impact 1 million Florida homes with a taxable value of roughly $5 billion. Jacksonville realtor Joseph Paletto with Watson Realty says future homeowners are already concerned about flooding, especially with the last two hurricanes.
On average, almost every call I get asks if a house is in a flood zone. San Marco always just has that prolonged issue of flooding. It seems to flood there all the time, but even though we had a hurricane, the prices just don't seem to be coming down. Do I know where we're going to be in 30 years? I don't, but it seems that people want to be closer to the water, so if something's destroyed, they'll just rebuild.
So only time will tell how people will react. For right now, you'll still be forking out those big bucks for those waterfront properties. Now, the study does emphasize that those impacts will be felt before the 30-year life of most mortgages. So for all of you prospective home buyers out there, we've got their guide for what you need to consider on our website. Here in San Marco, I'm Lana Harris, First Coast News, on your side.